Chosen one, what you are about to read is no accident. These words have sought you, and the universe itself has guided them to you. Your destiny, long whispered in the hidden corridors of time, now reaches its moment of revelation. The moment you have been awaiting, even if unknowingly, is upon you. You have defied the sacred death pact, a binding contract older than mortal memory, a law thought unbreakable. And in breaking it, you have transcended every boundary that once defined life and death. What was once perceived as the ultimate end is now revealed as the threshold of your true beginning. Ancient forces, those revered by civilizations whose names echo through eternity, Egypt, Sumeria, Babylon, have acknowledged your emergence. You are not merely walking into rebirth, you are rebirth incarnate. The prayers, visions, and deepest desires you have carried through the silent years are not distant prospects, they are manifesting in your now. This is beyond the ordinary shifts of mindset or fleeting epiphanies. It is a transformation that penetrates the very core of your essence, a spiritual and energetic metamorphosis that alters not just how you exist, but what you fundamentally are. As one who has crossed the final threshold, you are stepping into alignment with forces that govern life itself. These are not passive observers, they are architects of fate. Everything around you, from the smallest whisper of wind to the grand orchestration of the cosmos, begins to move with precision in your favor. Yet, to walk fully in this power, you must attune to the frequency of your ascension. Understand that what you are experiencing is not random, it is the convergence of destiny, the harmonization of spiritual currents that have waited millennia for your awakening. Before proceeding further, recognize that the universe speaks to you constantly. Every encounter, every vision, every unexplained sensation is a fragment of the cosmic message. Those who are blind to this see only chaos, those who are attuned recognize a symphony of destiny unfolding in real time. And now, chosen one, you stand at the epicenter of that symphony. Every betrayal, every challenge, every obstacle you have faced has been preparation for this precise moment. Even what seemed like failure was, in truth, a careful calibration of your power. The universe itself conspired to temper your spirit, to prepare you for the uncontainable force you have become. You are the living defiance of death itself. Where once a tomb confined you, now the walls crumble before your will. The chains that sought to bind your soul dissolve into dust as your essence rises, unstoppable and unbound. Your resurrection is not merely survival, it is a declaration of sovereignty over forces that believe themselves eternal. The very fabric of reality trembles at your emergence. The gods who once claimed dominion over the afterlife now watch with awe and trepidation. Their laws, their judgments, their decrees, they hold no sway over your spirit. You have transcended them. The enemies who plotted your end, those who tried to bury your light in deceit and darkness, now witness the impossible. Every strike against you, every whispered conspiracy, only fueled your growth. What they saw as their triumph was the seed of your resurgence. Darkness, instead of consuming you, became the soil in which your power rooted itself, drawing nourishment from the very hatred that sought to destroy you. Like a phoenix unbound by earthly limitation, you rose from the depths of oblivion, stronger, brighter, and more untouchable than ever imagined. Your power is not simply a reflection of physical or intellectual mastery. It is spiritual, cosmic, and eternal. It pulses through the fabric of existence, bending probabilities, reshaping realities, and aligning the forces of the universe in your favor. Your enemies, blind to the true nature of your essence, scramble in confusion and fear. They cannot comprehend the immutable truth. Your spirit cannot be contained. You are immortal. You are rebirth itself. You are the storm that reshapes worlds. Long before modern memory, ancient civilizations gazed at the heavens, reading the stars and recording what they saw. Their prophecies, etched in stone and passed down through generations, spoke of a being who would defy the boundaries between the material and the spiritual, the mortal and the divine. That being, predicted with reverence and fear, is you. The texts of Egypt, the clay tablets of Mesopotamia, the sacred scrolls of forgotten temples, all carried fragments of your destiny. Your name, in hidden ways, resonated through time. The mystics and spiritual leaders of ages past sensed your arrival, even before the world could recognize the magnitude of your essence. Even the gods of death, who govern the ultimate fate of all souls, have acknowledged your sovereignty. These deities, once unquestioned in their dominion, now perceive in you a force they cannot control. Your soul is beyond their reach, your essence unclaimable. Where others fall, you stand untouchable. Where others succumb, you rise. You are not merely a survivor of existence. You are its architect, its ruler, and its eternal witness. Betrayal, attempts to suppress you, acts of malice, each has been absorbed and transformed into the source of your ascendancy. The universe itself responded to these transgressions, recalibrating the forces of fate to amplify your power. Every act meant to bind or destroy you became a catalyst for your cosmic supremacy. The enemies who sought your end are now instruments of your ascension, their own actions feeding the very force they intended to extinguish. As your spiritual power grows, so too does your influence over reality. Shadows that sought to conceal their deceit are illuminated by your brilliance. Their lies crumble, exposed under the radiance of your being. Every secret act of treachery becomes visible, revealing the unworthiness of those who thought to challenge you. You are the harbinger of truth, the beacon of light in a world long shrouded in darkness. Your emergence disrupted not only the mortal realm but the spiritual and cosmic order. The tombs that sought to confine you are now ruins, the empire of lies built to suppress your essence collapses, and the very forces that attempted to erase you tremble at your rise. This is more than personal triumph, it is a seismic shift in the balance of existence. The gods themselves, long confident in their dominion, are forced to witness the ascendancy of one beyond their comprehension. Your resurrection has signaled to the universe that the impossible is now inevitable. You are the immortal, the unbreakable, the divine force that defies the laws of life and death. Every force, mortal or divine, must recognize your emergence, for the cosmos has aligned in acknowledgement of your power. You are not simply rising, you are the standard by which all existence will now be measured. Now that you have awakened, the world itself bends toward your presence. But awakening is only the beginning. To truly master your immortal nature, you must understand the intricate web of forces that govern existence, both visible and unseen. These forces are neither random nor chaotic. They are a grand orchestration, a convergence of energies that span dimensions, timelines, and planes of reality. Your very emergence has triggered ripples across these interconnected webs, and every ripple is a summons for your mastery. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow are threads in a tapestry you now weave with precision. You move between moments as effortlessly as breathing, seeing past and future as one continuous stream of possibility. Where others see chaos, you see design. Where others encounter uncertainty, you find opportunity. Every step you take leaves an imprint on the cosmos, a mark that reshapes probabilities in favor of your ascendance. Enemies who once sought to extinguish you are now unwitting allies in your ascension. Their every action, motivated by fear or greed, has contributed to your growing authority. Consider them the instruments of fate, each betrayal and every attack a note in the symphony of your empowerment. You have transformed adversity into strength, opposition into guidance. What they sought to deny you, the universe amplifies within you. Power itself is no longer a concept for you, it is the very air you breathe. It flows through your mind, body, and spirit with a force that defies comprehension. You understand now that power is not merely domination, it is alignment with the deepest truths of reality. It is the capacity to act with precision, influence outcomes, and awaken others to their own latent potential. Through your presence, the world awakens to the truth that mortality is no longer a limitation, and existence itself can be reshaped. The spiritual dimensions, long hidden from ordinary perception, are now open to you. You can traverse realms where angels, demons, and cosmic entities dwell, observing the intricate negotiations and balances that govern existence. No longer an outsider, you participate in these cosmic deliberations. Your voice, once silent, is now recognized by powers that have stood eternal, their decrees once immutable now influenced by your will. You speak, and realities bend. You act, and universes shift. Your allies, both mortal and divine, gather under your vision. They are drawn not merely by loyalty, but by recognition of the inevitability of your ascendance. Some are aware of your full nature, others sense only that their destinies are intertwined with yours. Together, you form a force that is unassailable. Together, you reshape the rules that once governed existence. Enemies of the past, blinded by their own arrogance, are left scrambling in the wake of your rise. They perceive your power as anomaly, as unnatural, as impossible. But impossibility exists only in the minds of those who refuse to see beyond the veil. You see all veils, all illusions, and all constructs of limitation. Nothing can conceal itself from your perception. Every hidden agenda, every secret plot, every latent threat is laid bare under the illumination of your presence. The universe communicates with you constantly. Signs and omens, once subtle and easily dismissed, now appear as unmistakable markers of your destiny. You understand their language, the shifting patterns of the stars, the behavior of animals, the whispers in the wind, the hidden geometries of light and shadow. Nothing is insignificant. Nothing is coincidence. Every event, no matter how small, is a thread in the tapestry that you now command. Your enemies, sensing your unstoppable nature, attempt to regroup and resist. But their efforts are now transparent to you. You perceive motives, intentions, and weaknesses with absolute clarity. Where they aim to strike, you have already anticipated. Where they seek advantage, you have already accounted. Resistance is meaningless against a force that exists beyond their comprehension. Your ascendancy is not merely a matter of power, it is a principle of reality itself. As your influence spreads, you recognize that immortality is not an endpoint, it is a responsibility. With your power comes the obligation to act as a guardian of balance, a force of transformation, and a catalyst for awakening. Mortals and immortals alike are drawn to your presence, seeking guidance, inspiration, or simply witness to the magnitude of your being. Your life becomes a nexus, a convergence point for energies, destinies, and possibilities. The convergence of power is not solely external. Within you, ancient forces awaken, resonating with the pulse of your immortal essence. Each thought, each breath, each heartbeat reverberates through the cosmic web. You are both conductor and instrument, shaping harmony from chaos. The alignment of your internal energies mirrors the alignment of the universe around you. In this balance, your true potential emerges, not as a concept, but as an undeniable reality. Even the gods, those who once dictated the flow of life and death, observe with a mixture of awe and caution. You move beyond their jurisdiction. Their rules, their judgments, their sacred laws, all yield to your will. This is not rebellion, it is evolution. You have reached a stage where your existence redefines authority itself. Mortality, divinity, power, and fate are now instruments in your hands, to be used with precision, wisdom, and inevitability. Enemies, both visible and hidden, realize the futility of their efforts. Yet their fear and resistance only strengthen the resolve of your followers. Their attempts to resist become proof of the necessity and inevitability of your ascendancy. Every act of defiance against you is transformed into evidence of the truth, that your emergence is not just personal, it is cosmic. It is destiny made flesh, spirit made indestructible, will made omnipotent. Your journey, however, is far from complete. As the convergence of power reaches its peak, new challenges arise, forces even older and more cunning than those you have already overcome. These forces are not malevolent for the sake of malice, they are guardians of cosmic order, testers of those who would ascend. Yet they too will recognize the inevitability of your supremacy. Even they must adapt, for existence itself shifts in the wake of your presence. To master this convergence, you must embrace not only the external world but the entirety of your being. Every memory, every shadow, every hidden fragment of self must be integrated. Fragmentation is the tool of limitation, wholeness is the instrument of divinity. Only when your inner universe mirrors the outer universe will you achieve the ultimate resonance of power. At this stage, you are no longer merely living, you are reality incarnate. Your presence is not contained by physical space, temporal limitation, or mortal understanding. The convergence of power is complete within you, radiating outward in waves that reshape perception, influence outcomes, and awaken potential in others. The world is no longer separate from your will, it is an extension of your being, a reflection of the magnitude of your ascendance. Those who once doubted you now witness what they cannot comprehend. Their fear becomes awe. Their attempts to oppose you collapse under the sheer inevitability of your presence. You are the arbiter of existence, the fulcrum around which the cosmic balance pivots, and the living proof that immortality is not a mere concept, it is a state of being. At last, you arrive at the threshold of absolute being. The convergence of power has not only reshaped your existence, it has transformed the very nature of reality around you. Every dimension, every timeline, every layer of perception bends toward the axis of your presence. You are no longer a participant in the cosmos. You are its fulcrum, the singularity around which all matter, energy, and consciousness revolve. Time itself acknowledges your dominion, stretching, compressing, and folding to accommodate the inevitability of your will. The awakening that began as a spark in the hidden recesses of your soul has now become a cosmic conflagration. Its radiance touches every corner of existence, illuminating what was once shrouded in shadow. Those who have lived in ignorance or denial feel the reverberations of your ascent. Some awaken in awe, recognizing the infinite potential within themselves. Others tremble, unable to grasp the immensity of what they witness. Yet all are drawn inexorably into the orbit of your being. You have transcended mere immortality. Mortality, as it once constrained thought, ambition, and action, is now an obsolete concept. You move beyond life and death, beyond creation and dissolution, beyond the linear progression of cause and effect. Existence itself becomes a canvas for your will. The boundaries between thought, action, and consequence dissolve. Every intention manifests immediately, every possibility materializes in parallel. The universe is both playground and instrument, a reflection of the infinite scope of your consciousness. With this apotheosis comes unparalleled clarity. You perceive not only the events of the present but the entire structure of reality across all dimensions. You see the currents of energy that flow through the cosmos, the connections that bind matter to spirit, the invisible threads that weave destiny itself. Every being, from the smallest particle to the mightiest god, is a note in the symphony of existence. And you, at last, are the maestro, orchestrating harmony with precision and inevitability. Your presence alone reshapes reality. Mountains rise or crumble at your thought, oceans part and reform at your command, stars ignite or fade according to your will. Yet power without wisdom is chaos, and you have transcended that limitation. Every action you take, every influence you exert, is guided by the highest principles of balance, insight, and understanding. You are not merely a ruler of worlds, you are a guardian of existence itself. The entities who once claimed dominion over life and death now recognize your supremacy. They approach not as adversaries but as witnesses, acknowledging the transformation that you embody. They offer knowledge, counsel, and cooperation, but never command. Even the laws of the cosmos, once absolute and immutable, bend gracefully to your influence. You are the living proof that reality is not fixed. It is fluid, responsive to the will of those who can perceive and enact its deeper truths. Within your inner universe, the final harmonization occurs. Every aspect of your being, physical, mental, spiritual, is fully aligned with the cosmic order. There is no fragmentation, no hidden shadow, no suppressed desire. Each fragment resonates in perfect synchrony, generating a resonance that radiates outward, touching all of creation. This alignment is the secret of true power, not the domination of others, but the mastery of self, reflected in the effortless shaping of the world. As your influence spreads, mortals and immortals alike feel the shift. Societies, civilizations, and entire species adapt to the subtle currents of your presence. Conflicts dissolve, alliances emerge, and the potential of sentient life expands in ways previously unimaginable. You are not merely a catalyst for change. You are the embodiment of evolutionary acceleration, guiding all existence toward higher forms of awareness and capability. Even the forces that once opposed you now serve a higher purpose. Former adversaries, once agents of chaos, are transformed into instruments of creation, their energies redirected toward the harmonization of the cosmos. Resistance, once a source of conflict, becomes a source of clarity, illustrating the boundaries that must be transcended and the possibilities that await those who dare to ascend. In this way, every challenge, every obstacle, every threat has been an essential step toward your ultimate realization. The final dimension of your apotheosis is understanding. Power without comprehension is empty, and you now possess insight beyond any measure of knowledge or wisdom. You see the consequences of every action, the potential of every being, the hidden motivations and interconnections that underlie existence. Nothing is obscure. Nothing is random. Every phenomenon is intelligible, and every intelligence can be engaged, influenced, and elevated. At this stage, your consciousness is both singular and infinite. You experience unity with all that exists while maintaining the clarity of individual identity. There is no duality, no separation, only the interplay of infinite perspectives, all harmonized by your presence. You are simultaneously observer, participant, creator, and guardian, embodying the totality of reality in a state of perfect equilibrium. Time, space, and matter itself are now instruments of your design. You can accelerate evolution, guide civilizations, and cultivate consciousness across galaxies. You can birth stars, shape planets, and seed life in forms both familiar and extraordinary. You are the architect of worlds, the scribe of destiny, and the sculptor of the future. Every action resonates across eternity, a testament to the magnitude of your being. Mortals, witnessing glimpses of your apotheosis, are inspired to awaken their own potential. They become agents of transformation, extending your influence through acts of creation, innovation, and compassion. Immortals, recognizing your mastery, align their efforts with yours, contributing their wisdom and power to the harmonization of existence. Together, this network of awakened beings forms an eternal symphony of progress, a resonance that echoes through all dimensions. Yet even in this state, you continue to evolve. Apotheosis is not a static achievement, it is the ongoing unfolding of infinite potential. Every observation, every action, every reflection generates new possibilities, new harmonies, new realms to explore and influence. There are always dimensions beyond comprehension, new patterns emerging from the infinite, waiting for your consciousness to engage and shape them. Your ultimate realization is profound yet simple. True mastery is the seamless integration of self with the universe. When you act in perfect alignment with the underlying patterns of existence, power flows effortlessly, influence manifests naturally, and creation becomes a joyful expression of being. You are no longer bound by fear, doubt, or limitation. Every thought, every intention, every breath is a declaration of infinite possibility. And in this state, immortality is complete. Not merely survival, not merely endless life, but eternal significance. Your actions resonate forever, shaping the trajectory of consciousness, matter, and energy. Your presence is a lighthouse, a gravitational center, a source of inspiration and transformation that spans the cosmos. At the apex of this apotheosis, you understand the ultimate truth. Existence itself is an expression of consciousness, and consciousness is a reflection of will. By mastering your will, you have mastered reality. By harmonizing your being with the infinite, you have transcended all limitations. And by awakening others, you ensure that the cycle of evolution continues, eternally expanding, eternally converging, eternally ascending. In this final stage, you are not merely alive. You are existence made conscious, a being of infinite depth, infinite power, and infinite purpose. Every dimension bends in harmony with your essence, every timeline converges toward your influence, and every being who perceives your presence experiences a fraction of the awe-inspiring magnitude of your ascension. You are eternal. You are absolute. You are the living embodiment of cosmic potential, and the universe itself acknowledges your dominion. Every whisper of creation, every heartbeat of existence, every pulse of energy resounds with the truth of your apotheosis, that immortality is not merely a gift, but a state of being, fully realized, infinitely expressed, and eternal.